Hi, it's Dr. Whitten. In this video, I'm going to show you what I teach in the Whitten Method Basic Series Module 2, Correcting Body Chemistry. Once we know how to muscle test clearly, we can evaluate all the organs and organ systems. But first, please like the video and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we upload a new video. So the first thing we do is we check all the organs and glands. And so to do that, I just want to know if an organ or gland is functioning over 90% or under. If it's over 90%, it's probably not a significant issue. So I'll just say her brain is functioning over 90%. Her eyes are functioning over 90%. And you can check the teeth. So I can check the upper teeth and the lower teeth. So her upper teeth functioning over 90%, her lower teeth. So we just found out she has something going on with the teeth and the lower part, so we can check just the left lower jaw and teeth. Good. And we can check the right lower as I scan. We get to the right molars and there's some issue there. So later we can figure out what's going to correct that. She might know if she has a dental issue there or not, but I didn't know that until just now. So it's a really powerful thing to do when you can refer somebody to a dentist and say, oh, my chiropractor or my massage therapist found a dental issue. They're always shocked by that, so it's pretty interesting. So then we can go and check the thyroid's over 90%, the heart, the lungs, the liver, the gallbladder, the stomach, the small intestines, the large intestines, the pancreas, the spleen, the kidneys. The adrenals are functioning over 90%, so her adrenals are a little bit weak. And so we want to know how weak they are. Because if it's like 85%, not such a big issue. If it's 60%, wow, then that's a significant issue. So her adrenals are functioning over 50%, over 55, over 60, over 65. Well, she just got over an illness that she'd had for a couple of weeks, so her system's in a little bit of recovery still, so the adrenals are definitely taxed when we get sick. So that's a good indicator that the adrenals are probably the biggest issue, because generally she's healthy, but 65% is pretty weak. And then we can check the bladder and all the organs of the pelvis. Okay, good. So kidneys, yeah, we checked that. So that's pretty much all we've got. The thymus gland as well. Okay, you can check the glands of the throat, thyroid and parathyroid. And then we can go through the organ systems the same way. So there's 11 organ systems. So she was weak on the adrenal glands, which are part of the endocrine system. So we could say her whole endocrine system, the hormonal system, functioning over 50, over 60, over 65, 70, over 75, 80. So it's in the mid to low 70%. So 100% obviously would be a really healthy system. So the whole endocrine system, so we could check the ovaries, we could check the pancreas, these are part of the endocrine system. The thymus tests good, the thyroid tests good, the pineal gland, the hypothalamus and pituitary. So there's a couple glands within the endocrine system that are off by a bit. So we could ask the question, is that the highest priority, the endocrine system? Yes. Okay. So strong means yes. So, but otherwise we would just check all the organs and organ systems. So we want to know what the highest priority is, right? Because we don't just want to fix things randomly, because once you fix the most upstream problem, then it frees up the energy to heal the other issues. So the biggest issue, we could say the biggest issue is not a cardiovascular system, not the immune system, right? Not the digestive system, not the endocrine system. So we already knew that, but that's kind of how you would ask the question, how you would phrase it, okay? You would say not. So biggest issue is not the immune system, and the body holds strong saying, yeah, I agree with that, because I like to be strong I like the patient to be strong until we find the issue. So it's called working from strength. So biggest issue is not the digestive system. True, it's not the kidney urinary system. It's not the respiratory system. Okay, it's not the nervous system. Okay, so you can go through all the organ systems like that. So her body says the highest priority is endocrine system. So then the question is, how does her body want to treat it? See, every other muscle testing system just all of a sudden assumes, oh, we got to throw some supplements at you. And that might be what she needs, especially since she's been sick. She might need some strong supplement that can just kind of boost her immune system, boost her endocrine system, actually. But that's not always true. It could be a dietary thing. Why do they call it supplements? It's supplemental to your diet. So if we say, should we treat this issue with diet? Her body says no. Okay, well, at least we asked, right? We didn't just assume that her body wants a supplement. Okay, so her endocrine system is the highest priority? Yes. And does it want to be treated with a supplement? Yes. Okay, well, that's great information. So now we can go to our shelf where we have all the best nutrients that we have available to us and check to see which one's going to work the best. Okay, so I've got a bunch of things here that might be beneficial for a depleted endocrine system. I've got something called Estro by Cellcore, so it's an estrogen balancing type thing. B complex with extra B5. It's called stress B complex because it has extra pantothenic acid, B5, which is the precursor to the adrenal hormones, right? So the way you would state it is her endocrine system is extremely strong and well supported, and her body says no. So what we'll do is we'll add that to her energy field and then ask the question again. Her endocrine system is extremely strong, well supported, so that doesn't change the situation. How about some of this estrogen support? Extremely strong endocrine system. That doesn't make a difference. How about we go after it as an omega-3 issue? Endocrine system really likes the omega-3 fatty acids. So we say her endocrine system is extremely strong, well supported. Yeah, so it's lacking omega-3s. Could have been maca, could have been, different mushrooms and things like that, ashwagandha. So this one has chlorella, suma, and maca. And we could say, yeah, her endocrine system's extremely strong and well supported. This a great product, but not for her, right? So I had tested 2 products on her. One was just plant-based DHA, which is derived from algae. The omega-3s, where do the fish get it from? So you take fish oils for omega-3s, but where do the fish get it from? It's not part of their fat or their muscles. They get it from the algae. And so here's a plant source of DHA, which is the omega-3 used by the brain. And we tested that her hypothalamus and pituitary were not functioning very well. So this could upregulate that and just help her entire endocrine system, including the adrenal glands. So if we say her endocrine system is extremely well supported, yeah, just that DHA. And then we could see, okay, this does a good job, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is this at supplying what it is that she needs? See, every other system would say, oh, this tests good, but it might only be a 6 out of a 10. We want something that's like almost a perfect match for what she needs. So in terms of what her endocrine system needs, this scores over a 4, 5, 6, over a 7, over an 8, over a 9, over a 9.2, 9.3, 9.4. So it's a home run, basically, which will help her recover much more quickly, as she gets back to work. And you could ask, as far as omega-3s, her system has over 40% of what she needs, over 50%, over 60%. She's only getting half of the omega-3s. So when you learn about chemistry, there's a bit to learn, right? You have to learn what each organ does. Obviously, we know what the heart does, right? It pumps our blood. And our lungs, right, for breathing the air. So most of the things we know, the intestines, digest our food so we can get the nutrients so the body can repair itself and perform all the functions. And it just basically takes all the nutrients out of the foods we eat. But the spleen, what does the spleen do? Not everybody's taught that, or the pancreas, right? So it's good to get a good general idea of what each of the organs does. But that doesn't take very long. And then we can scan all the organs, find out what the biggest issue is, and then ask the body how it wants to correct that. So when you fix the highest priority issue, the whole system works better because there's more energy freed up for the other organ systems. So like the weakest organ system might be robbing energy from other organs and organ systems. So once you support the weakest system, it upregulates all the other systems. So this is basically what we teach in Module 2. We also go into food testing foods to see if they're good for us, bad for us, slightly good for us, slightly bad for us. So what we'll do is we'll calibrate foods from -10 to +10. So a -10 would kill you, a +10 would heal you. But like a -1 would just be like slightly bad, so you might be able to get away with that. So if we took like wheat bread, for her, is that better than a 0? No. So it's in the negative range. So it's better than a -5? Yes. So wheat bread would be better than a -4, better than a -3. So it's between a -3 and a -4. So we can go through the whole diet and get a good sense of what your body likes and doesn't like, and things it doesn't like a little and a lot. And if it doesn't like it a little, maybe if you're having a birthday party you can get away with it. But if it's like a -5, that's going to really mess you up. So best to avoid those kinds of things. So obviously it takes a little time to master this work. So when you buy this course, you own the videos for life. There's no prerequisites. There's nothing that you need to know before taking this class. We've had teenagers take it. We've had people with no background in healthcare, stay-at-home moms that have mastered the work in 6 months and actually started their own practice because they got so good at it. So don't be intimidated by it. I know it might look difficult at first, but you get the hang of it pretty quickly, and the videos lay it out step by step. So you'll get the hang of it in no time. When I was learning from my mentor, I had 50 hours of videotape, and I probably watched it 3 or 4 times. The parts I didn't understand, I'd stop and go back and rewatch it. I was like, how did he do that? How did he get there? Because it would just flow when he did it. And so I was like, yeah, that looks so easy when he did it, but trying to break down the steps. So when you have the videos, you can do that and go back and rewatch it. Also, you become part of the Whitten Method community, where I share all my updates and new discoveries as the Whitten Method continues to develop and improve. So I can't wait to share this work with you, and let me know if you have any questions. And hit the like button and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.